You know, the word tells us that when God made man and woman, they became one. It belongs to him, and he belongs to her. The two become one. No outside influences should be able to affect a strong relationship. Amen? No outside influences. Now, the only way that you are supposed to get divorced, if you're having that many problems, or maybe if somebody's physical, I could understand, and somebody's beating on you, male or female, and not just men beating on women, but it happens vice versa. But the only way that you are really supposed to get divorced in God's eyesight is through fornication, adultery, if someone cheats on you. Now, if the man cheats on a woman or the woman cheats on a man, well, then you have a grounds for divorce. But you just don't, in this microwave society that we have nowadays, you just don't divorce somebody because they gained weight. Oh, well, I got rid of her because, she got fat. She was big as a horse, fat as a hog. Come on. Where's your compassion? Have a heart. You're not all that great either, right? And then the woman says, well, I got rid of him because he just laid around all day and watched sports or something, and he just wasn't fun anymore. You don't divorce somebody because they're not fun anymore. Maybe they're not fun anymore because you're not fun anymore. Creativity. Think of something. Instead of trying to find greener grass on the other side, why don't you become the greener grass, and they won't have to go looking on the other side of the fence. Amen. Amen. People divorce for some of the craziest reasons nowadays. I just discovered she was too tall, or he was too protective. Didn't you realize he was protective before you met him? Amen. And, you people who are married, just think of us people. I'm one of them. I'm single. I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm not in any hurry. But just think of us people who don't have anybody, who is looking for somebody. Maybe you're looking for somebody to talk to, to comfort us, and just to go out and have, popcorn in the evening, or go out to a park and throw frisbee or something on a Saturday. Appreciate what you have. No, you're not supposed to have any other friends when you get married except for that person that you married, in sickness and in health, through thick and thin, high and low. That's your best friend. That is what God calls in Genesis your helpmate. Just imagine that person. Okay, imagine your husband or your wife wanting to do the same thing you're doing. What if they were whispering on a phone with somebody, or IMing somebody on the internet, talking to somebody on the internet? Some families can trust each other to do that because they're not insecure. But there are some insecure people out there. What if your wife or your husband was going out, to a restaurant with their friend? You wouldn't like it too much, would you? Imagine this. This is what I told this lady. Imagine what you would tell your daughter, your young lady daughter, or your young man's son. Imagine what you would tell them if they came with you with that same question. Mom, Dad, is it okay if I have outside friends beside my wife or my husband of the opposite sex? Imagine what you would tell them. Put yourself in their shoes, or put their self in your shoes. But no. When you marry somebody, know what you're doing. And if you have any doubts before you go up to that altar, you don't have to go through with it, and know it's not an embarrassment. There might be some gifts you have to give back, but at least it's not a lifelong mistake. Pray about it. Invite God. God bless you. Have a good day.